Hey, what it do, what it do? This is your boy KQKC Boxing Network. All we working, baby. We are working. KQ and the Wow Network, we are working. And this is another video update. Before we get into the video, please feel free to hit the like button, and also feel free to use the thanks button. Also, the thanks button, it helps support the channel. And I know what you're saying. Like, what support, KQ? Well, allow me to show you that the camera, we want the best visual we can for you all. And also, the microphones. Microphones don't last forever. It don't matter if it's $400 or $40. Microphone go out. They short out. They shorted out many times on me. That and more. And let's not talk about a new computer. Let's not talk about a new laptop on the road where you will have to do your show, let's say, on the road. Like I want to put mine on the patio once the weather is nice and, of course, right between darkness and light. I would love to do that. Now let's get into the video. We are talking about Canelo Alvarez, who fought last Saturday night in Guadalajara, Mexico. Yes, he did put on a performance, but it wasn't the performance that we were suspecting. It wasn't a performance that you were suspecting. But he did pack in over 51,000 people in the Akron Stadium, Mexico. The WBO, the IBF, the WBA, and the WBC super middleweight belts was on the line. And he sold Canelo Alvarez 59-2 with 30 KOs, fighting none other than John Ryder, who is his mandatory. He has a record of 32-6 with 18 KOs. Now, the final scores was 120 to 107, 118 to 109, and also 118 to 109. Now, I don't know if you saw it like I saw it, but I believe those scores should have been closer. Now, we all know that, well, at least we used to know, in order to beat the champ, you have to beat the champ. Now, of course, Canelo Alvarez, he did not look like the Canelo Alvarez we or you or me love to see. Of course, you can chop it up to too much golf, too much partying, drinking, or too many fights. We are talking about a young man, not big in stature, but had over 60-something fights in his career thus far. Now, of course, like I told my chat, the wow chat, that his days are numbered. Well, what you mean his days are numbered, KQ? Well, he's boxed in, you all. And what I mean by boxed in, Eddie Hearn stated that he will fight Demetrius Bivol once they get over a hurdle. Because, see, Canelo Alvarez or Demetrius Bivol, they are going back and forth between 168 or 175. One wants to fight at 168, the other one 175. Now, it doesn't matter about what weight they fight at. All I know is that Demetrius Bivol will win that fight. Now, Canelo Alvarez, especially after he looked Saturday, especially after he looked Saturday night. So, basically, it's nothing he can do that can stop Bivol from doing what he did in the first fight. Now, if you join me today at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, we're going to go over all the do's, don't, and what other fighters had to say. We will go over the Gervonta Davis. We're going to go over all the sports and boxing news in boxing. But also, allow me to remind you this. You got Jamal Charlo, who's moving up to 168, and that has remained to be seen yet. But he does have to July to make up his mind, or he will be stripped. That's per the WBC. Then you got Morrell, and you got another David. It's called David Benavidez. All these fighters are taller than Canelo, more athletic than Canelo, and yes, I believe they punch harder than Canelo. Now, Canelo believes that he can punch the lights out of Morrell and Benavidez. Well, I beg the difference. Now, of course, we seen holes in Canelo game last Saturday night. We saw him breathing hard. We saw him out of gas early in the rounds. Maybe after the 7th round, you can see him breathing real hard. Now, keep in mind, his training camp was right there in his hometown, on his ranch. And you know what that comes when you train at home. All your friends, all your relatives. Matter of fact, his grandmother cooked for them in training. Now, I cannot, matter of fact, I will not put him in the same category as a Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather doesn't matter if you have a trainer in the corner or not. He knows what to do. He knows where his priorities lay. He was in his gentleman club / strip club the night before the fight of one of his fights, but he knew what to do. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke. Canelo drinks, he's partying, and he loves his golf. He wants to be a full-time golfer, and now it's starting to show. It's starting to show in his boxing game. So, once you don't take care of boxing, boxing is not going to take care of you. So I say to you, Mr. Canelo Alvarez, what do you want to do? I said yesterday on the Morning After Show with me and Knockout Boxing 86 TV, I said, and I quote unquote, now, you Canelo Alvarez, if I was him, I would rather go out on the top than go out on the bottom. And you know what I mean, my boxing heads. You know, when a fighter starts losing, let's say 3 in a row, 4 in a row, they might win 1 but lose another 3 or whatever. Then they retire. Now, I wouldn't want to wait and for that to happen. When you have signs like what you saw last Saturday night, and I'm telling you right now that the WBC mandatory, which is David Benavidez, the WBA, which is Morrell, they are way better fighters than John Ryder. I get it, styles make fights, but trust me, if you look at Canelo's style, look at Morrell's style, who moves like a middleweight and punch like a heavyweight, then you'll know what I mean. Morrell is ready now. Now, is his resume built up like Canelo's? No. Canelo been fighting since he was 14, 13. The point is this. Excuse me. The point is this. Canelo Alvarez has lost a step or two or three. Now, is he declining? Yes. Now, before I close, everyone called Floyd Mayweather Jr. cherry pick. Oh, Floyd, he pick out all his fighters. Well, what do you think Canelo Alvarez been doing? What do you think Canelo Alvarez gonna do? He know that he pretty much had his hands full Saturday night. He knows that. John Ryder had a broken nose and still prevailed. John Ryder said, and I quote and unquote, "The game plan for Canelo was to get me out of there. He couldn't even do that." Unquote. Now, when I say cherry pick, you're going to see some cherry picking coming from Canelo like you never seen before. But being an undisputed champion, you have mandatories that you're going to either have to deal with or get the hell out of town. I am KQKC Boxing Network. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe right now. Right now. I come on Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. If there's a fight on Saturday, I will call that fight. Yes, it doesn't matter if it's morning, noon, or night. We call ESPN. We call ESPN Plus. We call Showtime. We call DAZN. We call Fight TV. Whatever my chat wants, they will get. If you join the channel, you can become a channel member. What does that mean? That you would get all the perks that I am working on right now. But right now, we gave away one pay-per-view, and we about to give away another 3. So I say to you, go ahead and join. Go ahead and hit the like button. And utilize the comment section. I want to hear from you, my people, the people that's watching, the people that haven't subscribed. I want to hear you in the comment section. Let me know, what did you see Saturday night? I know what I saw, but what did you see? And how will Canelo Alvarez move on from here to now? Do you believe that the Bivol fight will happen? I don't. Do you believe that Canelo didn't do something different to beat Bivol? I don't. You think Canelo can deal with a David Benavidez or a David Morrell or a Jamal Charlo or a Demetrius Andrade? I don't. Oh, baby, I am the singing OG, KQKC. And with that, I will see you at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to talk about the king is home. We're going to talk about the so-called face of boxing. Oh, yeah, baby. We will do that. So with that, I greet you. I greet you with the ancient word of peace. Assalamu alaikum. And I want you to go in peace. Salaikum salam. And with that, I'm on to the next one. Peace and love. I'm out of here.